All right, buckle up, everybody, because today we're diving deep into a company I bet you interact with every day without even realizing it. We're talking Samsung.
Oh, yeah, they're everywhere.
But we're going way beyond your phone or your
Oh,
TV.
right.
We're going to uncover how this massive tech giant, the one,
Uh-huh.
it started from pretty humble beginnings. We've got some amazing research you guys sent in.
Some real gems in there.
And get this.
What?
Samsung started out trading noodles.
Noodles? Yeah, it's a wild ride, this company's history.
So, 1938, picture it.
Okay.
Not the sleek tech we know today.
Not at all.
We're talking dried fish and noodles.
It's almost hard to imagine, right?
I know.
But it actually tells us a lot about Samsung. Like, from day one, they weren't afraid to jump into anything, try new things.
Always evolving.
Exactly.
Okay, so then zoom forward to the 1960s.
Okay.
Big move.
Big move.
Samsung jumps headfirst into electronics.
That's right.
Black and white TVs.
Now, this was a smart move. South Korea at the time, they were pushing to industrialize super fast.
Oh, yeah.
And Samsung, they were like, we're going to be right there at the forefront.
They saw the future.
They did. They saw the future was in tech, and they're ready to grab it.
All right, hold on tight, because things get really wild in the 1970s.
Buckle up.
Samsung goes on this crazy diversification spree, shipbuilding, construction. They even get into building infrastructure.
It's like they wanted a piece of everything.
They did.
And it wasn't just random. There was some serious strategy behind it. They saw the bigger picture.
How so?
Well, think about it. They built these massive skyscrapers.
Yeah.
And then what?
Filled with their stuff?
Bingo, TVs, appliances, everything. They were creating their own market.
Whoa. Playing the long game.
Exactly.
But then comes 1987, and things shift again. The founder, Ro Kyung-chol, he passes away.
Right.
And it leads to a major restructuring of the entire company.
Yeah.
They split it up into 5 separate businesses.
So streamlining, making things more efficient.
Yeah, okay, so now we've got Samsung kind of setting the stage, right?
Yeah.
For global domination, their fingers are in everything. Now they're getting even more focused. What happens next?
Well, the 90s is when things get really interesting. They make another big decision. They go all in on research and development.
Oh, so this is where we see them really become known for cutting-edge tech.
Exactly. That's when they solidified their rep for being the innovators.
LCD screens, memory chips, all that.
You got it. They became world leaders in all that tech, and that tech ended up being crucial.
For like everything.
For everything. Personal computers, smartphones, you name it.
So they were basically shaping the future of tech at this point.
Oh, yeah. They weren't just going with the flow. They were creating the flow, and it was a smart move. Paid off big time.
Big time.
And it's even more impressive because this was when the global competition was fierce, like really intense.
Oh, yeah. Not a time to just sit back and relax.
Absolutely not. They had to push boundaries, had to innovate to stay ahead.
So they're innovating, expanding globally, becoming this tech powerhouse. But I have a feeling this story is just getting started.
Oh, we're just scratching the surface.
Okay, so last we left off,
Yeah.
Samsung is entering the 21st century.
Right.
Global powerhouse, known for innovation. So what happens next?
Well, remember all those different industries they were already involved in?
Oh, yeah, tons.
Late 90s, early 2000s, they doubled down on it.
Really?
Oh, yeah. We're talking gas turbines, aircraft engines,
Whoa.
even pharmaceuticals.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like they just had limitless ambition.
It was a calculated risk, for sure.
Yeah, I was going to say, wasn't that risky, spreading themselves so thin?
It was. But they saw how these totally different fields could work together.
How so?
Well, think about it. They'd learn something from one area, like, say, precision manufacturing in electronics.
Yeah.
And apply it to something totally different.
Like building aircraft engines.
Eid.
Wow. So it wasn't just about being big. It was about using what they knew across all these different areas.
Right.
That's impressive.
It is. But I'm guessing the big change, the real turning point is the smartphone, right?
Had to be.
2008, the Galaxy. Game changer.
Oh, absolutely. They jumped right to the front of the mobile phone industry.
Head to head with Apple.
Yeah, that rivalry, legendary.
Oh, for sure.
It felt like every time they released a new phone, it was a battle.
Oh, yeah. Total arms race. Each company trying to outdo the other. Every new feature. It pushed both of them to innovate like crazy.
And those early Galaxies, they were sleek.
Oh, yeah. Packed with features. Took the iPhone head on.
It did. It did. Though it wasn't all smooth sailing, was it?
Oh, no, not at all.
I mean, there was that huge legal battle.
Oh, yeah.
Samsung and Apple, all those patents.
Things got pretty heated.
They did.
Shows you just how much was at stake, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Innovation was huge,
Yeah.
but so was protecting what you created.
Yeah.
Samsung, though, they didn't back down.
They didn't.
Defended their tech and really solidified their position as a major player. I mean, globally.
Okay, so that brings us a little more up to date.
Right, right.
Remember that source you sent me?
Hmm.
The one about Samsung opening that massive factory in India?
Oh, yeah, yeah. 2018, world's biggest mobile phone factory.
Biggest in the world.
Huge deal.
It felt like a real statement. Like, hey, we're here to dominate those emerging markets.
Oh, absolutely. Smart move.
So strategic.
They saw the potential for growth in places like India, and they jumped on it.
So we've seen Samsung evolve from literally trading noodles to this tech titan, battling with giants like Apple, thinking strategically about the future. What really stands out to you from all of this?
Honestly, their ability to adapt. They just never stop reinventing themselves, moving from one industry to the next.
It's true.
They're always looking for the next opportunity, embracing the challenges.
They don't seem to get comfortable. Like, they always need to be pushing the boundaries.
And that's a really important lesson for everyone, right? I mean, the world changes fast.
Oh, it does.
You got to adapt, innovate. Doesn't matter if you're running a company or just figuring out your own career.
Totally agree. So as we kind of wrap up our deep dive into Samsung,
Yeah,
what do you think is next for them?
that is the million-dollar question.
It is.
They're always making bold moves, always innovating. I mean, the possibilities are endless.
They are.
One thing's for sure, though.
What's that?
Samsung's a company to watch. They're always going to be pushing the limits.
It really is amazing when you think about it.
It is. It is.
How Samsung just keeps pushing the limits, you know? What's possible?
Yeah, like from those humble beginnings to, a global tech powerhouse, that's something else.
Makes you wonder what drives a company like that to constantly evolve, to take on these huge challenges.
It does. It does.
With all this focus on their phones and all the skyscrapers and stuff,
Yeah.
it's easy to forget how much else they're involved in.
Right.
Samsung's everywhere.
Everywhere you look, pretty much.
I mean, think about it. Industries you wouldn't even think of shipbuilding, life insurance.
Uh-huh.
And they're often like leading the pack in those areas too.
Yeah, yeah. They don't just dip their toes in, they go all in.
Remember that fact from the research
What?
about them being the world's second largest shipbuilder?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Wild is.
Blew my mind.
Shows you, they don't just enter a market, they dominate it.
Yeah.
Bring that same drive, the innovation, that efficiency to everything they do.
And they're not afraid to try new things, push into those uncharted areas.
Exactly.
In fact, like constantly asking, what's next?
Always looking ahead, which in today's world, that's essential, right? I mean, things are changing so fast.
All the time.
Samsung's story, it shows us, if you want to not just survive, but
Right.
thrive, you got to embrace the challenges.
You got to keep adapting.
Keep adapting, exactly.
So I think as we wrap up our deep dive into Samsung here,
yeah,
big question.
the big one.
What can we learn from them, from their whole journey?
Well, for me, the big takeaway, it's adaptability, that constant pursuit of innovation.
Yeah.
Samsung's story, it's like a lesson.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to evolve, challenge yourself, always be on the lookout for that next opportunity.
That's a great way to put it.
It is.
Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Samsung, everybody.
It's been a pleasure.
I hope you learned some cool stuff.
Definitely.
Maybe even got a little inspired
Maybe.
for your own work, your own life. Who knows?
You never know.
Until next time.
Yes.
Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep pushing those boundaries.
Couldn't have said it better myself.